Am I the devil? I'm so excited to get into this, guys. This is one of my favorite subreddits that we do on this channel, and it's one of the newer ones too. So if you guys haven't checked out any of the recent ones, highly recommend you guys check those out. And yeah, let's get into it. Am I the devil? For those of you guys that don't know, the subreddit is where people find various posts on Reddit where the OP is obviously the devil or the a-hole in the situation. And it's always some goofy ass situation. So I'm excited to be reading this with you guys. Let's see what is popping today. Also, yes, I am wearing the same shirt. I told myself I would stop film in yesterday's video, or the one I just filmed. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep cranking it out because you guys deserve daily uploads, even while I'm traveling. Which I think while this is uploading, I'll be in New York City with my family. But yep, let's do this. All right, am I the devil? Your jealousy is showing. Okay, I'm intrigued. So this is on r/advice. Oh wow, we just covered r/advice. Is my 30-year-old male friend? Wait, hold up. Oh, the OP is 30-year-old male. Friend is my friend, 25, being used by his girlfriend who's 27. All right. My friend Angelo is not, oh, that's funny. I have a friend named Angelo. My friend Angelo is not typically the best with women. He's okay, but he does not do as well as me. Oh, wow. What a statement. I am taller, more confident, and charismatic, to be honest. That is a crazy thing. How do you just say that and not think that you sound like an asshole already? The only thing he has over me is money. Okay. Anyways, we were at bowling last October. We started talking to the group beside us, and there was two girls, Ashley, Angelo's girlfriend now. Oh, so this was like where he met his girlfriend. Okay. So Ashley, who's now Angelo's girlfriend, but we had just met them, and Michaela. Oh, so they started a conversation. Ashley is definitely the hot one. That is a weird thing to say, bro. What? You just called your homie's girlfriend hot. I mean, I guess that's, I don't know. I don't like that. That's just weird to me. Bro code, bro. Anytime any of my friends date somebody, they just become like a sibling to me. All right. Ashley is definitely the hot one. She is just fine. 10 out of 10. Something strange happened because Ashley was gravitating more towards Angelo. That's insane. How dare she? Does she not know that I'm taller, more confident, and more charismatic? Even though I was initiating the conversation more, yeah, maybe that's why she was into him. I don't know. When we went to the bar, I would make sure to sit next to her, and Angela was sitting next to Michaela. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Maybe Michaela called dibs on me, and Ashley was respecting that. Bro is main character syndrome as fuck. Dude, this is so funny, bro. This is why I love Am I the Devil? Regardless if this, is real or not. Like, because, we just did Am I the Angel, which makes fun of, like, fake ones. But I like to believe these are real, man, because I could see shit like this happening, bro. Anyways, let's read this. So even though I know what you might be thinking, Michaela might have called dibs on me, and Ashley was just respecting it. But nope, Michaela had a boyfriend at the time, now fiance, and she made it very clear that she was loyal. Okay. Dude, this dude's ego must have been hurt. Maybe she's after Angelo for his military benefits. He is justifying anything because he's just so much better than his friend. Dude is 30, talking about his 25-year-old homie like this. That's crazy. Angelo did time active duty before going into the reserves and making a lot of money as a government worker. He makes like $140K, and even here in the DC area, that is really good. I could see that, but she's a nurse practitioner, so not exactly hurting for money. It was crazy because she gave him her number even though I asked all night. Lol. That is so weird. He says something about not stretching even though he works out a lot. I'll give him that. He is in really good shape, but he's only 5'9". I'm 6'2". Yeah. Don't you know that all girls like 6 feet guys more than 5'9" guys? Ah! This guy is so silly. She said, oh, take my number and we can do a yoga class together. I was sure she was using him, but couldn't figure out why or what. Now I don't know. Maybe she isn't, because I didn't expect them to actually become boyfriend or girlfriend or even talk this long. It's just weird. Don't get me wrong. My friend is probably the nicest dude you'll ever meet. But oh yeah, sure. You're definitely not though. But like the more like a typical naive nice guy, if you get my drift. Bro, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? You are the biggest like egomaniac ever. No one was thinking of this. Yeah, dude, when he said that, yeah, I know what you guys may be thinking. Michaela might have called dibs. That is so funny. No one was thinking of this. He's so full of himself. Dude, that is so funny. What a dipshit. She called him, she saw him coming a mile away, she's seen guys like him 1,000 times and she didn't want it. Yeah, she probably had a great radar for like egomaniacs and like dudes that just flex everything. Dude, also, if you're flexing that your height is 6'2", probably means your personality is not great. I'm not saying that 6'2" people aren't cool. I have a lot of cool friends that are really tall, but usually the cool people who are tall don't identify as tall. They just happen to be tall. Like, they're funny, they're a lot of other things. And same thing with short guys. You don't identify with your height. If you do, that just means that you're lacking in other traits. Let's get into another one. I love my girlfriend, but I can't get over her past. Okay, r/off my chest. I love my girlfriend, but I can't get over her past. Is this relationship doomed? I've been dating this girl for over a month. I really like her. We click emotionally. We're super attracted to each other and the connection feels real, but I've been struggling hard with her past. She told me that her count was 8. Dude, are you serious? But later admitted it was actually 18. She had a 5-year relationship, so it shocked me how many guys she's been outside of that. Is it weird that I don't think 18's okay, well, let me continue this before I elaborate on my thoughts. It bothers me not because of the number, but because she didn't show any real shame or regret. What? Why should she? No one should be ashamed of their past. What? When I asked her directly if she felt any shame for, cuddling with those guys, she paused and said, I mean, there's not much I can really do about the past. I don't think it defines you as a person. Also, sorry that I had to blur this. The next part here has a lot of words that I can't say on YouTube. We've done a lot cuddling wise. Oh man, he lists the things they do. Yeah, a lot of things that are slightly kinky, nothing too crazy, but a lot, cuddling, but like filming it, just fill it in with your imagination, guys. A bunch of kinky stuff. Within just a month. Part of me finds it hot, but another part of me finds it makes me feel sick. I want a future wife, the mother of my children, to see cuddling as sacred, but this just felt like corn on the cob. Okay, I'm confused, buddy. Like, you like that she's down to do all this, but then you don't like it because she's now no longer wife material. What? You can't get both, bro. Pick one. Like, what? I've been on my own journey of repentance and tried to step away from that lifestyle. I'm changing. I want something pure. Okay, well then if you do, then just don't date this girl, because obviously to you, if you value these things, then find someone else. But like, you don't even deserve her anyway. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, if you're deeming and care about this stuff, I'm not judging you for having preferences like this. It's silly to me, but I get it. Not really, but like, if this isn't the one for you, just save her some time and move on, dude. I want something pure. That's so silly to say. And I'm not sure if she's on that path at all. Dude, you're not either, though. You just literally said that you were into all this stuff, too. I'm not trying to shame her. Yeah, sure you aren't. But I can't ignore how conflicted I feel. Dude, you're literally battling yourself. You just said that you're into this stuff, but then you don't. What? I can't stop picturing all the guys before me. Dude, comparison is the theft of joy. I want to forgive her, but only if she actually feels remorse. I just don't see it. Do you feel remorse for the things that you've done? So now I'm stuck. I love her personality. I don't want to throw her away, but I can't lie to myself. I don't fully respect her. That's insane. How do you not respect someone based on their past? That's just so silly to me. And I hate feeling like I'm the one settling. Is there any hope of building something sacred out of this, or is it just me trying to force the future with someone whose heart isn't aligned with mine? Edit, I don't engage in this cuddling because it's what I'm into. I've been trying to do it to satisfy her. What? You just said parts of me find it hot. You literally just said that. I've been trying to do it to satisfy her, and I feel like regular cuddling isn't enough. I want to do something new for her, something special. I'm not making this post out of anger or shame. Obviously, I am insecure or whatever. I made this post because I wanted to help changing the way I think, not to be ripped on. Okay, here's real. I'm gonna give him real advice. Okay, and mostly guys, but women can possibly view it this way too. But look, at the end of the day, when you're pursuing something more serious, right? And you're looking for a wife or a husband, in my opinion, the past should matter, but not that much. And by that, I mean, past should matter in a sense of like, if the girl or the guy did something so so bad, right, that it genuinely conflicts with your morality and the things that you value and stuff, then yes, in that case, yes, the past can matter. I'm not going to sit here and say everyone's past just straight up doesn't matter, because sometimes people could be actually psychotic and like have real red flag tendencies. Now, however, when it comes to things like cuddling with other people, right? In what world is it not okay for people to have cuddled with other people in the past? Like, what are you talking about? You can't have the best of both worlds in the sense that you can't have somebody who you deem as quote unquote pure, and then at the same time you like the things that they do in terms of their experience. I, for the latter, enjoy someone who is experienced. I would prefer it, actually, believe it or not, I know, but I don't really usually ask them for a number because I don't really care. And also, like, I hope they don't ask me because my number isn't something I'm proud of either. So like, who cares? Who cares? Numbers are arbitrary. All that should matter is, are they loyal to you right now? And are they great to you right now? The only time the past matters is if she, obviously has something that she could, she's gotten from somebody in the past. And in that case, yes, I could understand you caring about it more. But dude, you can't have the best of both worlds, man. Come on, pick one. The classic Madonna dichotomy. Men like this marry the Madonna and then they bitch the rest of their lives that their wives aren't the, blank in the bedroom. So predictable. Yeah, you can't have them both, bro. You either have an experienced girl or somebody who isn't. He claims he wants a woman who respects their body yet benefits from the experience she has had from her previous experience. So cuddling is so sacred, then find somebody else because I'm sure she'll find somebody better than OP. Yeah, dude, just save each other some time and just move on. If you don't like them, then that's fine. Okay, this one sounds interesting. No one is this stupid. Let's find out because people can be this stupid sometimes. This is on AITA. Am I the a-hole for, unable to board plane 2 minutes after door close? I, 28, am curious about what others think about the situation that happened tonight. My family, who's 28 female, and then our 2 daughters, 3-year-old and 0.65. Who does this? So like 9 months old? No, it wouldn't be 9. It'd be like 8? Yeah, 8 months old female. Why are you doing point? Why can't you just put month or something, man? This pisses me off because now I have to do math. And I were at the airport to fly home on a flight departing at 9:14 p.m. on Monday. For this flight, doors closed at 8:59 p.m. We arrived about an hour before boarding to have time to go to the front desk so my wife and youngest can get tickets since they weren't checked in online for an infant sitting on a lap. We had no problems and only carry-on bags since it was a short weekend trip, so no bags were checked. We made it to the gate at about 8 and go to our gates desk to get 2 stroller tags so that we can check out strollers and car seats upon boarding. All the seats at our gates are taken, so we walk to the neighboring gate and sit down with all of our bags and entertain the 3-year-old to pass the time. While waiting, we noticed that we haven't heard any announcements from our flights, our gate number, and so my wife and youngest walk over to look. She sees the end of the line is boarding, and so she motions me over to the board. Little did we know this was at 8:59. Holy crap, the doors close at 8:59. Why would you wait dude, what? Okay, this is baffling to me because how are you as a functioning adult not constantly checking the time to board the plane? If you know what time the plane is lifting and doors close, you should be fucking on it, dude. I don't care if you're flying alone. I don't care if you're flying with kids. You are, as the adult, and I'm including the woman too, both of them. Both of the adults, they should be on it, man. Like, you guys are responsible for your family flying. All right, little do we know this was at 8:59, and before going to the desk, she asked me to go fill the water bottle while she waits for me. Bro, what? I would be scrambling to get on that plane already. While I'm walking over to fill it up, my wife noticed the workers closing the door to the plane in front of her without making any comments to her. I returned at 9:01 and noticed no one is looking for boarding passes and they are avoiding eye contact with us. We wait a few minutes to hear another worker at the gate saying, "Are you helping them?" To which the main worker complies, "No, they're late." After some back and forth, they tell us that the next flight is tomorrow at the same time, 9:14 p.m. And they ask us if we want to accept that. My wife is crying at this point and is asking what are we supposed to do with our kids and asking why they didn't notify us that the doors were closing, and they replied, "We did." Dude, I don't even doubt that. I low-key feel like because most flight attendants are really good about that. They will report. You guys probably just didn't even hear it because you guys are like so focused on yourselves. We reluctantly accepted the new flight, and the lady prints out a slip that says, "You can present this tomorrow to get your boarding passes. I can't check you in and get your passes since it's more than 24 hours before the flight time." I looked down at my watch, 9:13 p.m. So can you wait 1 minute and then check me in? Yes, I can do that. So, okay, so do that. So then she waits a few seconds and prints out 4 boarding passes for exactly 24 hours from now. My wife and I, dude, this is so fucking, ugh, I hate this. My wife and I lightly argued with the workers to see if there was a way for us to get onto the plane. Bro, what do you mean there's a way to get on the plane? You guys are, at this point, are like, you guys are idiots. In my experience, workers ultimately have the power to, in situations like this, to help out or to blindly follow the rules. And we needed to at least try and see if we could still get on this flight so that we could return and go to work tomorrow. From our perspectives, we were on time to the airport and made it to the gate area and attentive to any announcements to our flight. Were you though? Were you attentive? Because if you were really attentive, you already been on the plane. And like, don't people see the fucking line forming? Like there's usually a fat line. You would notice that. From their perspective, we arrived late and they were just following procedure, which is correct. Am I the a-hole? Yes. They were 100% not paying attention to announcements. If they were at the gate right next to it and didn't hear the announcements, then they were not listening or watching because they apparently failed to see the entire line of people boarding the flight. Yeah, that's the whole thing. They always announce people. And dude, those people, like the workers are probably fed up, bro. Anyone who's been to an airport anywhere in the world can see this through this BS. And I'm willing to bet lightly argued is code for being a giant D about it. Yeah, I agree. That's crazy. 0.67 female. Dude, you could have just said 8 months. Yeah, I was over here doing math. Also, OP admitted he and his wife weren't checking the time. Just dumb and dumber. Yeah, it's both of them, not just him, dude. His wife, too. Crazy. All right, let's read one more. These are so good. I love this subreddit, guys. This one's so good. I love seeing how dumb people can be. Okay, double standard. Here we go. Nothing like a good double standard. Wow, double standard. R/true unpopular opinion. Not all women, quote unquote, is fine, but say not all men, and suddenly you're Hitler. Cool. What? So let me get this straight. A dude says not all men, and it's a war crime. He's tone deaf, gaslighting, a walking red flag, part of a patriarchy, blah, blah, blah. Who said that? I mean, and also what context? But when people say every woman I've dated has been toxic and vents a little, suddenly it's, well, you're the common denominator, bro. Oh, cool. That's really helpful. And there's nothing wrong with saying not all men, but there's also nothing wrong with, okay, this is a stupid ass like thing to be posting on Reddit, but yeah, let's continue. Meanwhile, when some women say all men are trash because Chad ghosted after a Tinder date, everyone's clapping like it's a TED Talk. Empowerment, I guess. What? I have not seen that either. Also, like, okay, I guess, okay, so OP is doing the classic argument of women who say like, oh, men are trash, and they're all like, yeah, men are trash, yeah. Okay, and then guys that say, you know, women are all toxic, and then women are like, oh yeah, it's probably because of you and stuff. Okay, so I see that. First off, if a girl goes, all men are trash, and they're all like clapping like, oh, all men are trash and stuff, I don't like that either. Like, I'm gonna be real. I mean, it's probably a red flag for me because then I'm like, yeah, that's a red flag to me. Like that you think all men are trash. I'm also a man. So I do feel that. But at the same time, the other way around is like, you know, if you're saying all women and you're generalizing that all women are toxic and stuff, then yeah, it's the same argument. They're both silly and they're both stupid. Here's the kicker. A woman dates 5 toxic dudes in a row. Oh, God. Here we go. He's going to give a terrible example, I bet. All right. A woman dates 5 toxic dudes in a row. Everyone rallies around her. You deserve better. Men suck. Okay. that's, you know, a situation, I guess. A guy dates 5 manipulative, narcissistic women in a row. Maybe you attract toxic women because you're toxic yourself. Who says that? Okay, if someone genuinely said that to you, then that's kind of messed up. I don't think that's true though. I don't see that often. I mean, maybe to this person, but yeah, why can't both of these things be true? Totally fair, right? And if a guy says not all men, boom, he's now the public enemy number one. But when women say not all women to defend themselves from generalization, that's just common sense, apparently. Okay, I get his argument, and I will say they're both stupid. No one should generalize fully of any group, okay? I'm gonna say that. And so I get that. I don't think this should be a whole Reddit post about it because I actually don't see this that often, but who knows? Maybe his experience, I'm trying to hear him out. I'm not even mad anymore, just tired of watching some men be told their differences, their experiences don't count unless they wrap every sentence in, but not all women. Meanwhile, plenty of women get to say whatever they want about women as a whole and get praised for it. See, I see what he's saying, and I don't agree with this last part because I don't praise it. And like, I think women that generalize all men too, in a non-satirical way, of course, because if it's a joke, then that's different. But like, I think that's silly too. They're both silly. Can some men get the W without being guilt-tripped into giving it back? You know what? Fine. Let's keep pretending that only women suffer. Let's ignore males, unalive stats. Every dude who bottles up one day, he just checks out. Equality, right? I won't name the subs that which have made this funny show happen on a daily basis or their posts comments, but most men already know which subs I'm talking about. Misandry suck. Subs can't be real since misandry doesn't exist at all. Okay, all right. You know what? I see where he's going with this, and like misandry does exist. I'm not saying it doesn't. I think both sides are silly. Let's keep reading though before I give my full thoughts. I'm not implying that all women are like this. I'm just saying many are. I have friends who are women who even get flabbergasted when I show them the blatant misandry in Reddit. They are really good friends to me. Thankfully, they know about what feminism is actually about. Yeah, okay, that sounds good because there are women like that. Like my friends get that there's both two sides to the coin. Like for sure. And yeah, there are times that, you know, one side does things more common than the other, but at the end of the day, it's not good to generalize, you know, not what common modern feminism is trying to achieve. Anyways, just had to rant. Back to my regular schedule, silence and emotional suppression. Cheers. Edit. Appreciate all the wide ranging of responses, supportive, neutral, and kind of criticizing. Some people engage with the double standard in good faith. Others choose to derail, deflect, and misrepresent my words to fit their narrative. I've seen everything from thoughtful disengagements to outright hostility, including users refusing to acknowledge male victims, demanding impossible proof, or projecting their biases as universal truth. I've tried to respond with clarity and respect, but the longer this goes on, the clearer it becomes that some aren't here to discuss, they're here to silence. I'm opting out at this point to protect my mental bandwidth. If you're reacting at some point, pointing out a bias to label them as an enemy, you're proving the point of the post. Thanks to everyone who engaged in good faith. To the rest, keep your echo chamber. Yeah, I actually, you know what? I mean, there's some validity in this. I'm not gonna argue that. Let's read the comments first. Two things. It's hard to take people serious when all their examples are about dating. As if dating is the only context men and women coexist. The second thing is the whole back to my regular scheduled silence and emotional suppression, because what's that got to do with women or feminism? No, it's women's fault that men call each other gay and mock each other. Yeah, I will add that, you know, I think it's a societal thing that men end up, you know, suppressing emotions. It's a societal standard. You know, this one says women control all relationship between men. We have psychic powers that way. Men, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look, to his point, I get what he's trying to say. I guess in certain subs, there can be like misandry and stuff. And you look hard enough at anything, you will find, you know, both sides of it, the good and the bad of everything. And you know what? I think generalizing, even the women that do it for men, the men that do it for women, they're both silly. They're both stupid. And I think as a society, as a whole, we should do better towards mental health for everyone. But yes, also men, because a lot of times men in society, they do get, shunned and almost shamed into it. Not all guys. I luckily was in an upbringing where it was okay to be emotional, because I grew up with women, so that's pretty cool. But I know if you're like in a all like guys, like, and, it is a lot of guy. When you're around a lot of guys, it's like, why are you being emotional and stuff? But yeah, it's weird. Yeah, don't blame each other, guys. Oh, my hair is a mess right now. There's no such thing as us against them, or there is such thing as us against them, but you shouldn't be thinking about it like that. It should be we as a whole, we as a team, bro. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful one. I'm going to end it on this note. If you are a Patreon member, I'll catch you guys there. If you guys are interested in Patreon, it's going to be the first link in the description box. It's like $7 or $7.50 a month, and you guys get extended exclusive content every single day, 5 to 20 minutes of content every single day. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys either there or in tomorrow's video. Love you guys. Bye.